Hello Taurus, and welcome to my channel. My name is Maria Guyon and I am an intuitive business coach with Wild Fox Alchemy, and I'm here to do your tarot card reading for the month of August 2021. So, are you ready to find out what's happening in August 2021, Taurus? Let's get started. This reading is designed to help you with business blocks. They could be money blocks, they could be limiting beliefs, they could be negative thoughts, they could be self-sabotaging behaviours. There are many things that block our success, and this reading is designed to try and uncover the subconscious and conscious blocks that are stopping us getting from where we need to be. So we start always with a Work Your Light card. And we have the card Akasha. There. Come on, camera. Focus in. Your guidance is divinely guided. This is about the Library of Souls in the 5th dimension. This is about us having access to information from the past, present and future and tapping into it. About things that are sometimes, I believe we all have control of our own destiny, but I think there are contracts that are made before we actually arrive on a planet and things that we agree to do. And in the case of business, I think we agree that we will be healers, that maybe, I know this is going to sound weird, that maybe we will go through some sort of trauma in order to be able to help other people heal. And so lots of things that might have happened to you are for you to draw on to help other people in order to move forward with this. You have to accept that you're being divinely guided and ask for help when you need it. And that can be from physical people, from the spirit world also. Ask for help and look for signs. Notice any dreams that you have, any visions, anything that sort of comes up that intuitively you know is a message for you. Your spirit animal card for the month is the cat spirit. Claim your independence. Nothing more independent than a cat. This cat reminds me of my Nugget. I have a beautiful cat called Nugget who I found when he was only a few hours old, and we raised him from a baby bean into a cat that looks pretty much like this now. He's quite a big boy, big ginger boy. But yeah, claim your independence. This card is about not being reliant on other people, not being codependent, being very self-aware, being willing to grow and trust in your own self. This is about you being who you are. Now there's a protection message with this card, and it says this may be the time you are facing some unpredictable situations. Are you hesitant to take a risk, too cautious to jump into something new because you fear you can't trust yourself? Cat Spirit is saying go for it because you will land on your feet. If nothing seems to be going according to plan, there is no reason to worry. Cat Spirit loves to mix it up, and these seeming upsets will actually bring you some wondrous and unexpected opportunities. Get ready to pounce, as you may be called to jump into something new at a moment's notice. At this time your instincts are keen and your intuition is sharp. Remember, even a temporary failure can lead to a spectacular success, so embrace the adventure. You are sure-footed and can trust yourself. This is definitely about being very self-reliant and you know, knowing who you are and being willing to make mistakes, because mistakes help us to grow. So Taurus, don't be too upset if this month brings something in that might not feel pleasant at first. And I feel this does tie in with this, that it's divinely guided. That, like I said earlier, sometimes bad things happen and good things grow out of them. You know, I wouldn't be where I was if I hadn't hit rock bottom back in 2013. I lost my business, I had mental health issues, we had financial problems. It led to the loss of my home, my business, my confidence. I mean, I thought it was the end of the world then. But fast forward to now, and it was not the end of the world. It brought to me something so much better. And I feel like this is a message for you that, you know, there may be a few bumpy bits this month, Taurus. But in the end, it's all for a reason. Something good will come out of it. So you just have to ride it, ride the storm, and have faith that it will all work out in the end. In your present, we've got the 5 of Shells. This is about change in relationships, sometimes emotional change. It can be about regret and loneliness, but it is certainly about lighting up the opportunities, looking for opportunities. I do feel like there's going to be some rough stuff this month, Taurus. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you, but this is a card of hope, and it is just about readjusting to cope with what comes up. What I want to draw your attention to is how this firefly here is focusing on this one shell. Really, he's lighting up the other 4. So this can be the situation that is not pleasant, but 4 new opportunities are there behind him, if only he lights them up and looks for them. So I feel like there is going to be some substantial change again this month. July was a very transformational month, and I feel like August is going to be the same given the readings that I've been doing so far. Just make sure that you see, like Cat Spirit said, some stuff is bad, but in the end something really good comes out of it, and that's what I feel you need to focus on. Just ride through the rough stuff. Your challenge or obstacle is the 3 of Crystals. This is productivity, planning, growth, skills and learning. I wonder if your challenge will actually be the collaboration side of it and the productivity side of it. It could be that you feel stuck. I'm being drawn to the fact that this is a stinging animal. There could be a sting in the tail of something. It could be that you need to learn something new that will help you to move forward. That you've maybe been relying on somebody else to do a certain task, and actually really you need to learn to do it for yourself in order to move forward. So, your subconscious issue, the King of Shells. Now, these readings are designed to uncover your blocks, and quite often the blocks and roots of any of your problems start with your subconscious mind. They're linked always to what needs healing in your distant past, but this is the stuff that you are not consciously aware of. It's stuff that could be going through your subconscious mind that is blocking you from moving forward. So here we have the King of Shells. He is very controlling of his emotions. He is a healer, to be fair, but he has very constructive energy. He guards his feelings, and I feel like you're guarding yourself for some reason here. Now why? What is it in the distant past that is making you want to guard your feelings? We've got the Strength card. Courage and endurance. This is about your willpower. It's about taking control. This is a more subtle control though, really. It's about vision and influence. It's about having some patience, actually. It's very strong but slow moving character, but he can move quite fast when he wants to, can this elephant. I'm going to clarify him later because I'm not entirely sure why he's there and what the story is behind him. In your recent past, in the last 3 to 6 months, we've got the 2 of Acorns. I quite like this card. This is the eagle, and he sees things from a very different view. He is up above. He has sort of a 30,000 foot view, but at the same time his eyesight is so good he can narrow in and focus. This is about planning what comes next for you, and I wonder if that's what you've been doing, Taurus, if you've been looking into what comes next for you. And I think there's an element of knowledge that this is going to require you getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. And maybe you have been getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. That's interesting to me. Your conscious focus is the 10 of Crystals. This is about stability and success, attainment, accumulation of wealth. It's about maybe planning for your retirement if you're a certain age. It's also about family. It's about, you know, I feel a feeling of stability. You're looking for some stability, and I feel like that could definitely be financial. You are aiming towards success. Now, quite often this subconscious can be in conflict with your conscious. I'm going to probably clarify this one as well, I think, in a moment, because I'm not entirely sure how this control of emotions is really relating to that 10 of Crystals. In your near future, we've got the Page of Acorns. Ooh, we have discovery, enthusiasm, a period of personal development, being free-spirited. These guys are messengers. They're usually talking about invitations to new projects. They can talk about new beginnings, initiations. They're youngsters. This is This is about you discovering something new, something that you're passionate about. And I think that is going to come in from this discovery that you've been doing, this internal search, trying to get insight into what you're trying to do. Your external environment, we have the Five of Acorns. Not always the most pleasant of cards. This is about challenge and growth, conflict and tension. It can be about being yelled at. It can be about having opposing beliefs with the people that are around you, that challenge you. It can be about fighting sometimes, really fighting for what you need and want. Your hopes and fears are the Queen of Crystals. And this is comfort and prosperity, and I believe this is your hope. I think you hope for the comfort and prosperity. But this is a hedgehog, and she's got some spines here. She has to protect herself. And I wonder what's going on. Something has happened, and I feel it's tied in with this King of Shells controlling emotions, and I feel it can be tied in with this Queen of Crystals as well, where I feel that you hope to provide for your family, but you're also protective of yourself there. It's very quick to roll into a ball and try to protect yourself. Your projected outcome is the Nine of Crystals, which is an excellent card because this is all about security, abundance, self-sufficiency, independence, comfort, luxury. This is a spider who creates a perfect web. You will be perfecting your craft. You will be an absolute star at whatever it is you do, which will bring you this security and abundance. Now I feel this is linked to this Page of Acorns, where you need to do a bit of exploration and discovery there of what it is you need to do to move forwards. And I think it will lead to this. But I think there's just some bits and pieces in here that need a little bit of further looking at. So I'm going to start by clarifying that Three of Crystals, because I want to understand why this is a challenge or an obstacle, this collaboration and productivity. Spirit keeps drawing me back to the fact that this is a wasp and it stings. And actually I think it's supposed to be a honeybee, but Spirit is saying in the context of this reading it is not. I've got the Four of Pentacles. This is about being controlling. It can be about budgeting, organisation, that sort of stuff. I'm going to go again with that one because the full story is not appearing here. Spirit says there's more to this than meets the eye. I keep being drawn back to the word control here. A need for control. I've got the Nine of Swords, which is about self-empowerment, but it is also about the light before the dawn, the dark before the dawn, light being at the end of the tunnel. There could be a lot of anxiety here. Feelings of being out of control, feelings of wanting to be in control and not really feeling like you're in control. This obstacle here, this Three of Crystals. It kind of leads into this because it's about growth, skills and learning. And I'm wondering if a lack of growth and skills is causing you problems, that you need to learn something new somewhere. I feel like there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of waiting for the swords to drop, a lot of sleepless nights worrying about some stuff. I then got the Two of Wands in reverse, which is actually the same as this guy in the recent past. This is a blockage where you know you need to get out of your comfort zone, you know that you need to be planning for what comes next, but for whatever reason you're blocking yourself from doing that, or you have been. But then you've got this conflicting one that says that you are looking at things, you have been looking at things. I think you know you need to get out of your comfort zone, and you're trying your best not to. It's hard though, isn't it? It's hard to get out of your comfort zone. We can quite often know what we need to do, but getting it actually done is another matter. So yeah, I think you've got some obstacles there with anxieties and worries about what is coming next. But let's go back to this about, you know, let's just let what happens happen. See the best in it and try and make something good out of it. Something good will come along. So try not to worry. Try not to worry and block yourself with this. So I'm going to clarify this King of Shells now, the root of the problem, the subconscious mind, what the subconscious mind is focusing on. Because we said this was all about controlling your emotions. Trying to be in harmony and integrity with who you are. Can I have a card on this, Spirit, please? I've got the Knight of Swords. He's a very action-focused person, but he can also be guilty of doing busy work to try and avoid things. And I wonder if you've persuaded yourself subconsciously that you're doing a lot of really great work, and actually you're just trying to distract yourself from what's really going on here. Let's see if I can get another card on that one. Oh, there we go. Got the Six of Swords. It's about transition. It's about letting go. It's about going on a healing journey. These people are carrying their swords with them, when really what they need to do is let go. They need to find a resolution, but they're moving towards something better. They're moving towards something better. I feel like subconsciously you know that you're moving towards something better. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to let go, but it can feel sad to you. Your subconscious mind is struggling to let go. It wants to hang on to whatever it was. It doesn't want to deal with it. It wants to do busy work so that it doesn't want to deal with it because it's hard, whatever it is. So let's look at your distant past, possibly your childhood, at what might need healing. Because we've got this Strength card. Now, sometimes this is a deep trauma. Sometimes it's not so deep. Sometimes it's just something, that an occurrence that's gone on. I've got the Page of Wands there. He, again, is about discovery, enthusiasm. He's actually the same as this guy. It's the same card again. So there is definitely a message here about personal development, about discovering something, about being free-spirited. Why is this a challenge? Why does this need healing, Spirit? What needs healing here? Because I don't really understand. We've got the Justice card. Balance, truth, fairness, clarity, cause and effect. Why is this a challenge, Spirit? What do we need to do? We need courage and endurance. In the deep, dark past, we have gone on a journey of self-discovery. We've explored. We've got some clarity going on. We've understand that, you know, what we do has consequences. Something that's happened in the past has had consequences. But you find it difficult to let go, Taurus. There's something there that you're not letting go of very easily. And rather than deal with whatever it is that's made you feel, that's made you need to go on this journey of self-discovery, I'm getting the feeling that it could be that you've had to be strong for somebody else in the past that led into this free-spirited, this desire to be free-spirited with the Page of Wands and go on this journey of self-discovery. You've had to be strong for somebody else and for yourself at some point, and it's led to a journey of self-discovery for you. So you do know yourself quite well, I feel, Taurus. And I feel like this we've got recurring issues coming through about the discovery, about personal development again. And this is what you did in the past. You went through a period of personal development, and you're going to go through a similar situation of discovery and enthusiasm, personal development, looking at what you need to do to move forward. I think because you're going to be triggered to do this because of some of this stuff that's been going on. It's almost like a pattern that's repeated from the past, where, you know, stuff's happened and you've found it difficult to let go of it. You've found it difficult to deal with it. This time I feel like you are going to deal with it. I think you are going to understand that these bumps in the road are teaching opportunities for yourself, and it will help you to move forward. This conscious focus that we've got, the 10 of Crystals, I feel like this is what you're aiming for. You want this stability, this success. You want to accumulate money, wealth. You want a happy family. And, you know, I see no problem with that. I just think that some of this is blocked by your subconscious and your distant past. You need to do more personal development on your money blocks, I feel. I'm going to look at this Page of Acorns in your near future and see what comes out for that. It just might give us a bit more clarity on why this Page of Acorns keeps coming out. I've got the Queen of Swords there. She's about boundary settings and having standards, but she's also, what I feel that this message is for you is that in the coming time you're going to be focused on the future. I think you're not going to let these bumps in the road keep you bogged down in the past. I think you can see from this reading now that you need to look towards the future. You need to focus on the future. You need to do some personal development that will help you to cope with the future. You need to understand that there's no point getting anxious about all this stuff, that it's there for a reason, it's divinely guided, that it's coming in for a purpose. Almost sink into it. Spirit says almost sink into it and learn the lessons. Embrace these ups and downs, because they're going to bring you something very special at the end. And we got to this 5 of Acorns in your external environment about your challenges. And I think, you know, there's no real need to clarify this, because obviously there are a lot of challenges going on in this reading. But they do lead to growth, is what I'm being told to remind you, that it will lead to growth, to focus on the opportunities that will come out of it, because opportunities are on their way. The Queen of Crystals with the hopes and fears. You know, you're hoping for this prosperity without a doubt, but don't be too self-protective. Don't be, you know, rolling yourself into a ball and cutting out the opportunities that are coming in, protecting yourself from them almost, because you're worried about getting out of your comfort zone. There's definitely a message here about you must get out of your comfort zone. You're going to be forced out of your comfort zone, I feel, by some of these occurrences. Quite honestly, I think it's going to feel quite uncomfortable. I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you, I'm afraid, Taurus, because I think it's going to feel uncomfortable. But out of it is going to grow something really special. This prosperity that you seek, that you consciously seek, is going to come in. I'm absolutely sure of that. The 9 of Crystals here says it, that this abundance is going to come in. This also ties in with this, with the independence, because that's what she stands for. She stands for self-sufficiency. The spider is very self-sufficient. You know, a lot of them have a mate and they get pregnant, and I don't know if they get, do spiders get pregnant? They lay eggs, I think, don't they? But, you know, they have a mate that comes in and they have their children, and then sometimes the spider eats him. You know, that's how independent they are. You know, they're solitary animals. They don't really hang around in packs. In fact, the parents leave their babies behind as well. You know, they just raise themselves. They hatch out of their little pouch and they just raise themselves. So I do feel that this is very linked in with this independence, this cat spirit, this feeling of independence and not being reliant on other people. But I feel that your not being reliant on other people could lead to a bit of challenge here. But in the end, you're going to get what you need. You're going to learn that you can stand on your own 2 feet here, Taurus. That in your business you are able to just get on and do what you need to do to get what you need done. And, you know, I see these issues here as opportunities for growth. I don't see them as something that is going to ruin your life. And I want you to feel that. I need you to understand that when these bumps hit, that you have to know that they're temporary bumps and that there are learning experiences. Instead of getting upset and anxious and having sleepless nights about it, I want you to look at it and just say to yourself over and over, how can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? How can I improve my business with the lessons that I am learning from this? I hope that makes sense to you, Taurus. It's not a happy, happy, joy, joy reading, but that's not really what I'm into. Business isn't always happy, happy, joy, joy. And I feel like these sorts of readings where, you know, it's quite honest, things might happen. Be convinced that it's divinely guided, it's for a reason, that you will come out of the other side with something better than what you have currently. Those sorts of messages to me are constructive, because if you know what's coming, you can prepare, you can understand. Your mindset will be very different if you understand that there are going to be bumps in the road coming along, and you can say to yourself, how will I learn from this, than if they come as a total surprise and you just don't even know how to deal with it. To be forewarned is to be forearmed, in my opinion. And so these sorts of readings, although they don't feel, you know, yay, everything's great, you're going to have loads of money and your business is going to be amazing and your clients are going to come in like nobody's business and it's all total success, these are better readings than that, because they're honest, and that's what I aim to be. If this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know what's going on with you. I will respond, I read and respond to every comment, and I would love to know what's going on with you and your business, and if this is resonating with you in any way. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you can never miss any of my future videos. I'm bringing out lots and lots of stuff this next few months, and I would hate for you to miss out. And I'm going to have some competitions and stuff coming up soon, some giveaways, and I wouldn't want you to miss out on those. So Taurus, have a great month. You can overcome. This too shall pass. And loads of other cliches. Remember, how can I make this work for me? What lessons can I learn from this that will bring about my abundance and success? That's what you need to ask yourself. So with love and magic always, this is Maria Guines signing out, and I will see you next time.